Hola from the west side. It is me, DCThePurpleDiva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Monday, y'all. And the lockdown continues. The lockdown continues. Here it is. But before I get into that, I want to talk about this crazy church. Where the chorus had rehearsal amidst corona, or rather the virus, running rampant. You know, the V. So they did this, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And this was up in Mount Vernon, Washington State, by the way. So 60 people showed up to the rehearsal. 3 weeks later, 45 people had it. 3 were in the hospital and 2 are now dead. So now, let me just start out with my Monday mood to be about Christians not using wisdom. And I'm not going to even put it just on Christians, because I've heard that there was a mosque that did something crazy as well. So I'll just say those that believe in a higher power and go to their house of worship on a regular basis. What is wrong with people? Seriously, y'all, what is wrong with people? Hey, Matt.
I blame the blacks.
Of course you would.
Niggas.
But this wasn't us. This was not us that did this. This was in Washington. Did I not say this was in Washington State? Not Washington, D.C. So, out of 60 people, only 15 people did not get it. And they supposedly were practicing social distancing, not hugging or any of that. But I don't know, how do you have choir rehearsal and not be close enough that you can hear the other voices so you can blend? I'll wait. Because I've been in choirs for over 30 years. And we haven't been having any rehearsals or actual church services in the sanctuary since 3 weeks ago. Okay? Because here's the thing. Here's my belief. Let me just put it out there. I believe that that God, Yahweh, Jehovah, whoever you want to call him, is everywhere. And during a time like this, it is incumbent upon us to use wisdom and not put ourselves in a precarious situation. That was just stupidity. Plain and simple. Stupidity. And I'm not even going to talk about that pastor, who had the people come in, had a full service so they could pray the V away. Okay. You know, that's not, I don't, why are you going to make a determination as to how he's going to do this? Maybe he's going to do this by you being obedient and staying your butts home and social distancing. You know? But these people just make anyone who goes to church or fellowship look crazy. Because they think we're all like that. And we're not all like that. This was pure lunacy. It was pure lunacy. I mean, this is after, we heard about the church over on the continent that did it. I don't know what country it was in, so I don't want to call any out that did something. I believe it also happened in another country. So it seems to be, I don't know, some fanaticism, because that's certainly not about the all holy one. You
different on that one.
Y'all following, I don't know who y'all following.
Remember, baby, in every religion there are extremists.
Like I said,
extremists.
Fanaticism.
Every religion has extremists.
Like I said, it's some fanaticism.
That shit like this brings that shit out in folks.
But wisdom is always the key. Wisdom. Use wisdom. Well, if you guys have been to my community tab, you'll see that I have a new fashion statement for when I go out nowadays. I put it out there. See, we got some cloud watchers. Please smash the like button, even if you're not in the chat, please. I appreciate it. I like the likes and I like the views. But we're, surviving so far here. My hometown is now on lockdown. The DMV is now on lockdown. That will be DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. Because I don't know if it goes to Southern Virginia. I don't know if the entire state of Virginia is in on this. But I know DC and Maryland, after dark, if you're not going to a job, you don't need to be on the streets. Where are you driving? And then they're talking about people having papers and stuff, crazy stuff. But it's getting like that. So now it's down there in the DMV. So how long do you think it's going to get like that in NYC? I hope they don't try to do it in Los Angeles, because clearly these people out here are just hard-headed and don't want to listen. Because today, the mayor of Los Angeles was on TV, giving his update and everything. While he was on TV, there was a split screen so that you could see people who were not social distancing in a park. All the parks have been closed. All the beaches have been closed. Yet these were people out there apparently having a pickup game of soccer. And then they had people running on the paths in a park where the paths have been closed.
Get the basketball games.
I'm just like, what's going on?
Stupidity still runs rampant.
Now, I think as of I don't know if they started it today, but maybe as of tomorrow, they are going to no longer allow people to use the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, for running and for, taking pictures and whatever they've been doing. That's a place where people like to walk around there. My sister walks around there. And then people like to drive around to the houses and stuff in the area. So they've shut all that down. And that's, in Los Angeles County. But the number of people who have the V seems to be going up. And now we know that we have like another month of this at least. So people need to start getting creative with how they're going to be utilizing their time over the next 4 weeks. Hey, Miss Mahogany. And people need to start taking this seriously. I mean, if you've got to go out for essentials, designate somebody to be the one person from your household to do it. I'm the designated person in my household. So I'm starting to wear my mask when I go out so that I can keep myself healthy and hopefully not bring something back into my house when I just went out to get some eggs. Because they've closed down the farmers market as of now until the farmers market can tell them how they can safely, do the farmers markets on the weekends. And we've had employees in some of the grocery stores to now test positive for the V. So now we have to worry about whether they're, taking all the proper precautions. And, they've been saying 6 feet, but really, now here in Los Angeles County, they're saying really it probably should be about 12 feet. 12 feet between you and that person and someone else to ensure that, nothing gets to you, can't float to you. Guys, I don't think 45 took this serious fast enough. I don't think he did. And I still don't think that we're doing all the things that we could do. Do you know that one of the things that they did in China is that they would come out and clean and disinfect the streets every day. And almost everybody would have on a mask so that nobody would, be catching anything. But, around here, and I don't know, you guys may not have seen this if you've gone out, people are dropping the little mask on the street. You see the latex gloves laying on the street and stuff. Street cleaning day is not for another couple of days. But that's just so nasty. And what are they doing? Are they trying to spread everything? I don't know that the person who dropped those gloves or dropped that mask wasn't, a contagious person. Who knows? I do not get it. And now, with this latest like complete lockdown in the DMV, like there's all of the like tons and tons of places in Washington, D.C. have had to shut down and lay all the people off for at least, the next month. And hopefully, after that, they can hire them all back. But what are these people supposed to do to eat? What are they supposed to do, to keep a roof over their heads, to keep themselves healthy for the next month? If they don't have any money coming in. Who knows when this quote unquote $1,200 per person is going to actually come. Who knows when it's going to come? Because it's going to be at least 3 weeks before they start sending out the funds. So, I don't know how they're going to figure it out. But then again, I guess it's going to be coming through the IRS, and I don't know, the Treasury Department, they are the one agency that can usually find any of us, no matter where we are. We cannot hide from them. So they should know where we all are. And to be perfectly honest, they really should, even though supposedly they don't keep your banking information, but apparently they must have it. Because if they need to go freeze your assets, they sure know how to find it then, don't they? I know there are some communities where people are getting charged for doing things. That hasn't happened here yet. I hope it doesn't get to that point. I hope people will just start doing the right thing. I hope people would just start doing the right thing. But it doesn't appear to be what's going on. Now, there are definitely less people on the freeways here. So clearly, the majority of people are abiding by this. But you always got those few people who are hard-headed and just won't listen. And they will be the ones who end up, God forbid, with something. Or taking something, they don't get it, and then they take it back to someone else, like their grandmother or their mother. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it would help if he came out there with the mask on, and everybody up on the stage with him also had a mask. I don't know if that would help to get the message across of how easily this can happen. I don't know, y'all. They say 30 more days. Because there's 30 days in the month of April. But I don't know about you guys today, but I told y'all that these states were not going to be given no extensions on taxes and stuff. Like, for example, they asked a question about property taxes in Los Angeles County. Well, apparently it's written into the state constitution about property taxes being paid at a certain time, statewide. So they don't have no control over that. So they just have to go ahead and pay them or explain why they weren't able to pay them and see if they can work something out on property taxes. I mean, I try to understand why these people just keep doing stupid stuff. But that's okay. It's not for me to understand. I'm just going to continue using wisdom. Just use some wisdom. But one of the things that, people need to do, even if you are at home, keep yourself together. Don't become a slob. Don't not get dressed every day. Don't not take showers and stuff. Especially if you are continuing to work while you're at home. At least put on, t-shirt and jeans, to sit in front of the laptop. But we need to just not let ourselves get into I don't know, lackadaisical place in regards to, the things that we do, because this is not going to last forever. Yeah, I know that's the only thing. I know, but we all have to think about ourselves and just think about how we're going to be able to just deal with the confinement, because that's really what it is. It's like house arrest. Yeah, you can get out, you can walk around the block, you can go to the grocery store, but, or to the bank, but other than that, oh yeah, I forgot, the cell phone companies and the cable companies, their offices are open because they want you to come in and pay those bills. Shoot. But, the majority of the other businesses are shut down. So if you worked at them or utilized them, if they don't have an online presence, you just, you're waiting until this is all over. But we all want to stay in good health, because you don't want to get any kind of sickness or anything during this time. Because the last place you want to be is in a hospital with what's going on. Where are those aspirin? I don't know what I did with them. Again, I keep losing this bottle of aspirin. I'm being laughed at, y'all, but it's okay. I don't know what I did with them. I'll find them after the live. Oh, they're somewhere around here. Anyway. Now that we know that it's air. Yeah, exactly. We know it's airborne. But we knew it was airborne in the first place. We really did. They kept saying it wasn't, but it was too highly contagious for it to not be. And it's, I guess, worse than what they have been leading us to believe. But that's what I said. When they say something to us, we got to think about what they're not saying. What are they not saying? Found the aspirin. And we knew they weren't saying something. And I still don't think that that's been said at a national level. That was just locally. That the mayor of Los Angeles said it. I was listening. But that seems more accurate. Just like 3 weeks instead of 14 days seems more accurate as to how long someone may need to quarantine themselves if they've been exposed. I'm just saying. Oh, that's awful, Mahogany. You know, I'm praying it doesn't get like that out here. I mean, it's crazy because the morgues can't take any more bodies. So the hospitals don't have anywhere to send them. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. I think it was local. It was just here in Los Angeles that the mayor of Los Angeles said that. And what he said was, I know the mandate is 6 feet, but it probably should be more like 12 feet. That's what he said. And it's probably more realistic as to what it needs to be. Because maybe 6 feet isn't far enough. Maybe it's just not far enough. You know, maybe the only people you can be close to are the people that are in the same household as you. You know? And even in being in the same household, you know, I mean, there's times where you're going to probably just want to be in different parts of the house because everybody's in the house all the time, you know. But out in the world, it looks like, you know, for a lot of people, it's going to be mask up and stay far, far away from me. You know, the healthcare system has been overwhelmed. You know, and once again, I don't know if this points to the fact that we probably need to we need to have a national healthcare system, because it doesn't look like Canada is having any issues, and they have that national healthcare system moving quite well for them. I don't know if having a true health system like that would help with this. I think the real issue is that we didn't have enough doctors and nurses to handle this. Point blank, period. Just like in the state of New York, the governor in the state of California has now asked doctors and nurses to come out of retirement. They're going to go ahead and graduate early people who are going to get their nursing degrees in May, and who were going to get their medical degrees in May. And they're going to, I guess, do some special stuff so that they can get out there and be able to be practicing healthcare providers. So that'll help. But I think one of the things that this is just showing is that we just need more people in that field. And it's probably we need more people in that field globally, because the world couldn't handle this. Not just our country. No country could handle this. And, y'all can call me a conspiracy theorist. I still think that this was some type of biological warfare against the world. Against the world. And I don't believe that my God had anything to do with it. This is all man. It's all about free will. It's all about free will. Somebody did it. It didn't just get out there. I mean, they keep giving all these crazy theories about how it came about, and whatever. I still think it was some type of biological warfare that someone's practicing on the world to see what it will do. And it's wreaking havoc. It's wreaking havoc. Now, granted, it does appear that the majority of the people who are succumbing or getting the tougher cases of this are people who have underlying conditions. But that's not everyone. And yes, it still is a very low percentage of people who are dying from it, but that still doesn't make it good, because it's still a higher percentage than, what happens with influenza. But, it's just my opinion. I don't call it fact. I'm just chatting. Giving you guys my not so random thoughts. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks that, And as we go through this, many of us are using this as a time of reflection and really just thinking about, the things that we're going to do and how we're going to move forward, or starting other things in our life during this time. Like I'm doing some more writing, and I'm looking at other things that I can do, for more streams of income. I'm also thinking about how I can be better prepared for anything like this in the future. And, just about who's important in my life and who's not important in my life as well. And that's what most, I guess rational people are doing. But you still have people who are doing crazy things, like not social distancing, like having parties that aren't virtual. I mean, we're doing virtual concerts, we're doing virtual meetings, we're doing everything, virtual church, everything. So if you're going to do a party, you can do that virtually as well. You be here, I'll be there. I mean, everybody's using that Zoom thing. But no, that's not what these people are doing. I think somebody had a party for a 1-year-old. And then they had other mothers with their 1-year-olds that brought them over there. Like, who are you people? Do you not realize what's going on? I guess they don't. Or they don't care. One or the other. I know. There's always somebody in the bushes and in the clouds. Y'all can say hi. It's okay. We don't mind. Smash the like button while you're at it. I know a lot of people have been having issues, I guess, when they've been getting on different, platforms and then getting onto YouTube. And I've been noticing in some of the chats, you'll see it'll start spinning in the middle of people talking, and then it'll come right back in. I think it really happens if you decide to stream during the daytime. I would say daytime, US daytime, because that's when I guess the most people are streaming. But now, since so many people are at home, people are streaming at any and every moment of the day and the night. Hey, Darren. Oh, you did? You saw the pictures on Facebook? That was ridiculous, though, Miss Mahogany. Those poor little babies. Why would you do that to them? Because here's the thing. They're not going to remember their first birthday. They're not going to remember whether they had a party or not. You could have just told that child they had a party. Years from now, they wouldn't even have known the difference. You could have done a virtual party. But, hey. Oh, that'll be good for you. Congratulations, Darren. Congratulations. That's great for you. Definitely. In your entrepreneurial ventures. But that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. You're supposed to be utilizing what's going on right now and just trying to leverage the time to try to, make something come out of it beneficial for yourself. And if you can find other ways to make money, then by all means do it. Oh, that boy is so sad. Mahogany. I'm like, go sit down somewhere. You're not going to get no girlfriend doing this COVID-19. Sorry. The V is here. Sit down. And I don't even know why he does it all the time. He does it all the time. That's why Jovi just ignores him. But even while we're doing, even while, you've got a lot of people who are getting on here and putting out positive content. The adults have taken over TikTok. Just like they stole Facebook, just like we stole Facebook from the kids. Now we done stole TikTok from them. We steal everything from them. So in a minute, TikTok's not going to be cool anymore. So people are just putting out all kinds of stuff on different social medias and everything, and then you still have people who are trying to start drama or carrying on with their drama. It's like, why do y'all do this right now? It's like, right now you should be giving all of that a break and be concentrating on something, I guess, that's more important. But, maybe that is what's important to them. Hey, P. Thank you. Thank you for liking and sharing. No, he's been doing it forever, Mahogany. He has been doing it forever. And Jovi keeps telling him to stop. And he just keeps doing it. And it's just disrespectful. I mean, he's going he goes at married women. He goes at single women. He don't even care. It's just disrespectful. And he sounds like he's young, so that's probably, why she hasn't fully blasted him out. But he's wasting his time. He is wasting his time. That is not the chat to be in if you're trying to find a female. I mean, not that there aren't women in there that are looking for a man, but they're not looking for you. I know. And DOD was trying to give him the hint to cut it out too. He just was not understanding. I mean, DOD timed him out, then Jada timed him out. So yeah. And then you spoke to him. So we'll see. But then I think, I don't know if I'm misspeaking, but I think he might have been going and then making some crazy comments over on Jada's channel too after that, or on Kayla's channel. I don't know. Exactly, Matt. Exactly. Why? Why would he be trying to do that? You have to wonder. If you didn't have somebody before the V, then you know what? Hey, you just gonna have to wait. It's not happening right now. It's not happening right now. It's not happening right now for you. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say, 1SP. But I'm staying my behind at home. I'm only going out if I have to go out. But I'm trying to not go out. I would prefer to not leave the house right now because there are people who are not practicing social distancing. So they're making it not so safe for those of us who do. Oh yeah, they're trying to get people to, and they've been trying to get me to donate blood, but I don't know. And then I have a rare blood type. I used to be like a really regular blood donor. But then I started getting tattoos, so you can't donate blood when you get tattoos. You have to wait. And I haven't gotten any tattoos in years, so I can do it now, but I'm not doing it right now. I'm sorry, I'm not, unless they put out a call for my blood type that they're in dire need of it. Yeah, well, we'll see how things are going here. I will give it to the governor of California. He is trying to be very, very proactive. He seems to be thriving in this environment, in a good way, to get whatever he needs to get, for the state of California. And I know a lot of people were concerned about him coming into the governorship, because they considered him a lame duck lieutenant governor. And they considered that when he had been a mayor previous to that he hadn't really done much work. So I think that he's showing all of these people who were the naysayers that that's not what he's about. He's there to do the job for real, for real. I think New York is the place to watch too, but you have to think about the places that this stuff has hit first. New York, California, Washington. It's hit in Chicago, Detroit. They got to get the National Guard in Detroit now. Florida, the DMV. Let's not forget Washington, D.C. being locked down and stuff. But just think about the places where it's starting to go up. But just about every state in the country has some type of lockdown, some type of social distancing. New Orleans, another hot spot. Because the folks, I guess, still, what were they trying to do? Still party in the French Quarter? Because Mardi Gras was last month. Yeah, even in the Midwest, I would say places like Nebraska, Idaho, Iowa. They may not have as many cases, but give them time. There's smaller percentages of people in those places. But this stuff just spreads very, very rapidly. And so, those who are in households where there are other people, get cozy with the folks that are in the household with you, because it's going to be at least another month. Hope y'all don't start fighting. Hope there's enough room. And I feel really sorry for the folks in New York, because they are literally on top of each other. It's so, it's not like a whole lot of like walk up in houses and stuff. It's a lot more like apartments and condos that are apartments, So that's one of the reasons why I think that it spread so rapidly there so fast in the city I'm speaking of. Because the majority of the cases in the state of New York are in the city, NYC. And let's think about this. Los Angeles County can fit into New York City. That's how big that city is. That city is bigger than some counties. So I'd say, yeah, you want to probably watch how that goes there. And hopefully, and I think that, New York governor is he's just as aggressive as the California governor. They're both very aggressive in trying to get a handle on this in their respective states, and rightfully so. Really? Wow. That's crazy, Matt. And see, New York and California, specifically Los Angeles and New York City, have like these floating hospitals off the shores. Now, they have already started receiving patients in the one in Los Angeles. And I know that the one in New York just got there today. Or yesterday, for those of you who are east of the Mississippi. He got there Monday. So my anticipation is that they'll be able to have some of the people who are non the V on, whatever the ship's name is on the East Coast. I can't remember the name of that one. I know the one in Los Angeles is the Mercy. But, I think what they're going to have to do is probably do the same thing that they're doing places like here. Like they're making makeshift, like MASH hospitals. Like on MASH where they had it in tents. They're going to probably have to start doing some of that. Thank God the weather is getting better and we're not in the dead of winter. Could you imagine if this was happening here in December? Instead of March. Could you imagine? Yeah, well, the flu season is almost over, but they don't really know how much longer this is going to go. They're hoping that as it gets warmer, that this will start to slow down to a much more manageable level. They're hoping that it's going to peak soon. You know, they're hoping for that here in the United States. And I mean, you know, everybody else is watching us, even though we're not the epicenter. Now we have more cases than any other country in the world. We have more active cases because, you know, most of the ones in China, they're fine now. But they also tackled this differently than we have. And it probably would be very nice if we would start, you know, looking to see what these other countries that have, you know, been successful were doing and see if we could duplicate those efforts instead of thinking that we have something better. It's just a thought. Oh, he's insane if he thinks that. I don't think so. He's on that same thing that 45 was on. 45 has now pushed it back to the end of April. Exactly. You know, regardless of whether we were prepared for this, I mean, they have been kind of hinting at, you know, this. I mean, think about it. Think about all the movies that have come out in the last few years that were about something similar to this, you know, and now we have life imitating art. But this is real. And I think that that's what some people need to come to the reality of, is that this is real. And the best way to get through this is to do the social distancing. Basically, everybody has it. Assume everyone has it, even if they don't have symptoms. Just assume that we all have it and stay away from everybody else. You know? But well, we'll see, 1SP, from your lips to God's ears. From your lips to God's ears. I don't know. You know, I told you guys my feelings about it. Biological warfare. I don't know who put it out there. I don't really care. But what I do care about the fact is that it's hitting the entire world. So that means it was not a specific attack on any one nation. It was just a global attack on everyone. You know, and I think it was purposely done. That's my opinion. And one of the reasons why I'm trying my best to stay safe. That's one of the reasons why, you know? So, I mean, we probably will never know. You know, even if they do, you know, figure out or do know how this all came out. You know, they're going to just let the little rampant theories go and let us think what we want to think. Which is what we're going to do. But I'm going to get ready to get off of here. It is now 11:30 my time. And I will be up in the morning working. Let me put on the camera so y'all can see me. Hey guys, how are y'all? Let me, there. All right, now y'all can see me. Hope everybody is having a great lock-in. You know, and that we're all surviving this, you know. It's interesting, you know, but we can walk outside our doors, you know, and get a little fresh air. I at least do that, you know, but not doing a whole lot of other stuff. Trying to create activities around the house so that we can, you know, do some things here. And I'm going to be using my creativity for that. But I will see you guys tomorrow. I am about to go to bed. Can't y'all see how tired I am? Anyway, until tomorrow, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. Everyone, please be safe. Please continue to practice social distancing. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you for coming. Bye, everyone.